afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel for those who are new. My name is Maurice Jr. and what I do is I make content that I make content to strive to change the lives of individuals, families, communities in meaningful and positive ways. Here on this channel, you will find anything from success stories to financial literacy and anything that, pretty much to entertain you or pique your curiosity. So today we have one of my favorites. Hate to say it, teachers have favorites all the time. I did treat him a little bit different, but definitely had to get him on the show today and kind of have a conversation around growing up in Chicago, man. Just growing up in Chicago, things in general. Uh, T.Y. Tadoe, Tayveon. I don't know all these different names, man. Which one you go by today?
I'll go by Tato the most.
Go by Tadoe the most. That's what everyone know you as.
Yes.
All right, man. Give an overview of who you are, where you at, and the kind of things you got going on right now.
All right. My name Tayveon. I went to University of Chicago, Woodlawn. I did go to college for sure. I did. And when I went to college, I went to go major in engineering. I went to Central State.
Let's go. Say that again for the people in the back. You went where?
I went to Central State.
Let's go.
But things happen. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I am planning on going back to college though. I had to. But then again, if I do go back to college, it's probably be a trade or something. I thought about it.
Ooh, good call out.
And
Good
then,
call out.
but yeah, I'm 21. I'm I ain't gonna lie, I used to play football, but things happen.
Yeah.
Other than that though, I'm in the Woodlawn area every day, all day.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Don't do that, man. No, I don't look. I don't want cats be looking for me, man, just in case, like Thomas asked him what's going on video, like on some Vlad type stuff, man. Don't give you a location, man. Don't give you a
No,
location.
not like that. I'm just saying, like the Woodlawn area, that's where I work at and stuff.
Okay. Okay,
I
I
don't
still don't
live in
want you.
no
I still don't
Woodlawn
want you to
area.
get at, man. We talking about Chicago. We ain't even get there yet, man. You ain't even tell people you from Chicago and you live in Chicago, man. So that's why I'm pushing back, y'all. If y'all looking at me asking why am I stopping him from giving his location, if you know anything about Chicago, well, a couple things that I figured out about Chicago when I first moved there is the impact it had on my youngest son. That was the first one, man. Not my youngest son, but my oldest son, Maurice. At that time, he was probably like in the second, third grade, one of them, man. But I noticed as soon as he got there, he didn't even want to get haircuts by me no more. He like, Dad, I want dreads. I'm like, huh? I'm like, man, who you think you are, man? But that's just the culture there, man. That's just that's kind of like the norm overall. Not only that, I think I started off with what's that thing called, man? He wanted the Mohawks was
Juice.
in, yeah, all the little
Juice.
boxes, yeah, all that stuff. He started off with all that, and then that's back when y'all was dyeing y'all hair. I'm saying y'all because I know y'all. Well, you ain't do it, man. A lot of your friends did. A lot of the cats was dyeing their hair outrageous colors, and it was the norm. You know what I mean? I wasn't used to seeing that. But hey, I want to unpack a lot of stuff you said on your intro, man. You said you went to Central State and some things happened, man, but not going into the negative stuff, man. But what made you choose Central State University?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Um, I ain't gonna lie. My teachers around me that went to Central State, they pretty much inspired me to go down there, and I can't even fake it. Like they was telling me all of the great things that they was doing down there, and they was telling me like all the great people I could meet down there and stuff like that. And when I went down there, they wasn't lying. You can actually have a good time down there.
Yeah, it was good times, man. It's the only thing about Central, and what people don't realize about Central State is, well, let me for the international interviewers for the international viewers, um, Central State University is a HBCU here in specifically here in the States. Now, where it's located is in Ohio, and it's only two HBCUs in Ohio, one being Central State University and the other being Wilberforce University. And ironically, they're right across the street from each other. With that,
Literally.
yeah, with that being said, Central State was a spinoff from Wilberforce. And if you know anything about HBCUs, there was for us, by us, created by us, different things of that nature. So Tayveon went there, he did his thing. From there, I remember, speaking to you like, man, I'm majoring in engineering, man. What made you choose a STEM field versus, and there's no knock for people who are, going to school to be, matter of fact, we ain't even gonna name call, we ain't even gonna do that. But what made you choose a STEM field versus the other majors that they had down there?
What made me choose engineering?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fake it once again. Mr. Thomas, he made me. It was like
Really?
seeing the things that you was doing in class and like the stuff you was teaching us.
Yeah.
I like that stuff, even though me and you had our difficult times at some
Oh
time.
man.
But
Oh
other
man.
than that, though, I like that stuff. And then I'm a very hands-on type of kind of person. And then when we
Yeah.
was building the stuff, I was engaged in the stuff for real, for real. I just
You know
took it and
what?
ran with it.
I was you a freshman at that point though when you took sophomore
Yeah,
engineering with me?
yeah, we had to build that chair. I remember everything we had to build that year.
Wow, wow, great call out, man. But man, if y'all know, okay, so the year Tayveon came, and I call him TY, but we're gonna keep it professional. The year Tayveon came, that was my first year teaching, and he was a freshman. And what people don't realize with my class is I had a mixture of freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. When I tell you, when this guy came in, you just noticed that he had natural leadership skills. And that's kind of like what I want to touch on a little bit, man, because anything you touch, man, you had an influence on. And later on, when the big dogs or the people, who were there before you, they kind of graduated, I think majority of the school kind of, beat to your drum. You know what I mean? Like you kind of like was that man, the big dude on the yard. You know what I mean? With that being said, tell me a little bit about your upbringing as it relates to you just being a natural leader. And I don't even want you to touch on leadership, but tell me, how did you get that confidence to always be confident in yourself? Was it your friends? Was it your mom? Was it your dad? Was it relatives? Tell me a little bit about your upbringing and where you actually got that confidence from.
All right. Hey, look, when I first came to UCW, I was like brought there from from the basketball team. I
Really?
went there my 8th grade year, and then they recruited like 3 of us from the basketball team, and I could tell you 2 of us. It was me and my homie Justin. They recruited the third person. I forgot who the third person was, but they
Well,
recruited 3 of us.
well, hold on. Before you dive into that, when you say they recruited you, who? Brooks recruited you?
Yes, Brooks recruited us. He brought us on the stage. We
Oh,
was in a circle. We was in a circle. This one we had circle in the morning. I
yeah.
think this was like our last circle or something. But this
Okay.
was like the circle where the basketball team had out, or the basketball team was doing something. It was like a special day or
Yeah.
something like that. And Brooks was like, "We finna recruit 3 other three other 8th graders that's supposed to be coming here next year." And then he called me, my homie Justin, and the other person down on the stairs. We came downstairs. Then we had a meeting later on that day. And it was me, Brooks, and it was the basketball team. But we was really meeting with the captains. So when I first got there, I was like part of the basketball team at first. And
Hmm.
then when I first got there, I was good at basketball, but I always was feeling like being on the court. Like every time I got on the court, I was not playing. I was not playing like how I was doing practice and stuff. And then I had gave up on it. I had gave up on it for like my junior year, no, my sophomore and junior year. I really stopped caring about it. And then I had switched over to football. And then I saw like when I went to football, I was like, oh man, I just carried my team to a W. And me and my homie Keyshawn, we went crazy. And then I had gained my name at the school. And then once I gained my name at the school, it was on. I was
Absolutely.
walking around there with the crown.
Absolutely, man. Hey, man, that's a lot to unpack there as well, man. I kind of want to dive into that a little bit as well. You did a lot of name drops, man, without saying they full government. But shout out to Justin Van, shout out to Keyshawn. Man, what's Keyshawn last name? I can't think.
Keyshawn Amy.
Yeah, Amy, Keyshawn Amy. And I had all of them in class. I think, matter of fact, did all three of y'all have engineering together?
Yeah, we showed there.
Oh my God, man. When I tell y'all it was horrible in class, it was horrible. But I don't mean in a sense of just behavior. One thing about me is one thing about me, and I hate to say this, man, but some people know this about me, man. I like to joke around a lot. And when I first got to UCW, Tayveon and Keyshawn and a couple other people used to cut jokes on me, and I used to be like, "Hey man, y'all stop that." And then I'm gonna be honest with you, man. One day they was lighting me up in front of their friends, and I got in my feelings. I got emotional, and mind you, they only freshmen, and I shouldn't been in my feelings. But if you know anything about being from Youngstown, Ohio, that's something that we always do. Um, well, people say capping, but back then capping meant cutting jokes or roasting or bake or whatever, you know what I mean? But when I tell you y'all, they used to be at me. They used to be at me, man, to the point that I had to really start defending myself. So I used to have to say jokes back to him. Another good one was Adam Wilson. That dude had some heat.
That's
Uh,
my guy right there. Still up to this day. That's my
yeah.
guy.
Let me see who else was funny, man. It was a lot of funny cats, man. James was funny. Vincent was funny. It wasn't too many people that I would cut jokes back on. Like certain students would cut jokes on me and I let it fly, because I ain't had that relationship with them. So most of the time I wouldn't cut jokes. But with Tayveon and Keyshawn and them, they didn't know exactly what to do. They just walk in my classroom. I'll be in the middle of teaching, and they'll say, "Oh no," or "He must be stopped," or whatever we do. We used to just have fun, man, and that was the good days, man. But
Yeah, man, we used to bring the class for real, for real. We was really bringing, UCW was like everybody used to think that school was like boring, and people think that because we had Miss Moore as the principal, she wasn't lit. I ain't saying she wasn't lit as a principal, but she was on her stuff though. Like
was
she made sure we still have fun. I ain't
right.
gonna lie. If I can go back to high school and do it all over again, freshman year would probably be the year I do over again, over and over and over again.
You said freshman year.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Hey, shout out. If you watch any of the other videos and especially that book, I just did a book review on top books, and the Sodomore just wrote a book. She was like the first millionaire that I met, and she happened to just be into. She was our director at that time. She was over, so she like the principal and different things of that nature. But when I tell you, man, when I say this lady is so sharp and so invested in people, like she really changed the culture there at well when I was there. She actually hired me, and she was really hands on in my personal life and academics and different things of that nature on just being a well-rounded individual, or what people say citizen, different things of that nature. But shout out to Sodomore one time. But yeah, you said Terrence Brooks recruited you, man. One of my guys, as y'all would say, but most importantly is my fraternity brother. Him and Mr. Cordell, or Dennis and Cordell. If y'all guys haven't seen that interview with Dennis and Cordell, I would encourage you to go back. But yeah, Dennis and Cordell was they played a pitiful pivotal part in my recruitment of coming to UCW and actually teaching. Once I got there, you, the Darlas, the Keyshawn's, and different individuals who came in my freshman year, you guys played a big part on just helping me understand the culture there in Chicago. Now, you said as you was actually growing up in different things of that nature, football helped you be more confident in yourself. Not only did football help you be more confident in yourself, being on the basketball court. So it sounds like sports was that medium for you. Uh, before before going to high school, because I really don't know much of your background. You went to UCW from sixth to seventh, like eighth grade.
Mm-mm.
What school did you go
Nah.
to?
I went to Kosminski from six. I went to Kosminski 6th and 7th grade. Then I
Uh,
transferred over from Kosminski to UCW my 8th grade, and I went to UCW from 8th grade into 12th grade.
right, right. Okay, okay. Now, tell me a little bit about where that school was located, different things of that nature.
Kosminski, it was located on 53rd and Blackstone.
Really?
Um, yeah, it was pretty much it was a okay school. I was in that school for the same thing for basketball, but we kept getting bused by this school called Ariel and this other school called Carnegie. So I wanted to go somewhere else. Uh,
Oh, I heard about the Aerials, man. That's when the one dude,
Chase Adams, yeah.
yeah, Chase Adams. He wasn't playing with y'all, man. He wasn't playing with y'all, not even a little bit. But let me ask you this: we all know that Chicago has a culture or affiliation with gangs and different things of that nature. Was sports the medium that kept you out of gangs, or was sports more so of the medium used to say, you know what, I have this time, or this time is going to be dedicated towards sports versus going around and being with your friends, because we all got friends who are in gangs and different things of that nature. But what
Absolutely.
kept you grounded? What kept you from going that way and say, I'm gonna be there with my friends and different things of that nature? Tell me a little bit about it.
I dedicated my time to sports. Any free time I had, I was either at the YMCA, I
Mm.
was at the school, or I was in the football field.
You was
I never
busy,
was the
huh?
type of kind of person that wanted to go hang out, go stand on the block. Now, as growing up, I thought that being on a basketball team or a football team was more cooler than, doing what my homies and stuff were doing. So instead of me game banging and stuff, I was dedicating my time to
Really
football and basketball. Like all my free time
nice.
was there. No count.
Absolutely.
Man, anybody.
I never forget being in a personal development class, and you know how I talk. Someone asked me, like, "Hey, how you doing today?" And I remember one of the students asked me, like, "Mr. Thomas, how you doing today?" I said, "You know how I be." I said, "All is well." They said, "Oh, okay, it's like that, Mr. Thomas." I'm like, "What do you mean? It's like what?" So I quickly found out that all is well is reference with the what, the Vice Lords, right?
No, Stones.
The Stones. Hey man, see, I still could get the stuff like confused and different things of that nature. So out right now, what are the top, like, I don't want to say top 5 games, but the ones that I know about the most is the BDs, the GDs. I know about the Stones. And speaking of the Stones, my first year, we had a party at the YMCA, and I remember them cats came down, was on one. And I can't think of the little dude name who was on a basketball team for a little bit. He was in my advisory class, man. But I never forget when I saw him and his crew, like they was on one. I don't know who they was chasing. Mind you, I'm fresh. I'm only like 3 months into the school. I really don't know people like that yet.
I
But
kind of remember. I kind of remember what you're talking about, but I don't remember who that was. Though we was at the. Well, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, man, y'all. I don't want to say y'all, man, but I felt like certain individuals weren't really about that life, man. But it was certain students who really taught me different things, because y'all guys, y'all was coming to school with a lot of problems. Not so much you, but a lot of people was coming to school with problems, and it was more so like, hey, Mr. Thomas, man, my homie got killed last night, or hey, Mr. Thomas, my friend got locked up, and it will really hurt y'all to the point where y'all will be checked out from school for about 3 weeks. I'm talking about no work, no reading. And then, I was the kind of teacher everybody would just want to come to my class and kind of just chill, man. But I always wanted to ask y'all, man, what made y'all like, you know what? I don't like this teacher. I'm just gonna get my work and go to Thomas class. What made y'all say always want to come down to my classroom?
Being comfortable. You gotta be comfortable when you're working.
Mhm.
Some people, like, if you don't like a teacher or if you don't like somebody that's in that classroom, why would you go in that classroom? You know that you're gonna argue with somebody, or you're gonna get yourself in trouble because you don't like that person. But not saying go in the classroom and go pick an argument with that person, or
Right.
go try to fight that person because you don't like that person. But
Yeah,
why put yourself in that predicament to where that person know you don't like him or her, and she say something to you off the wall and y'all finna fight? Why put yourself in that predicament? But with me, I always went to your class because I wanted to be comfortable, and you was cool, man. You was my road dog. You was cool.
absolutely, absolutely, man. Now football, man. Why is it something that you didn't really continue to cultivate when you went to the next level, or did you? Did you try out for the football team? You try to walk on? Tell me a little bit about that.
When I went to Central State, I was trying to play football, but man, they was waking up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and
Yeah.
then when they was running through the school and running through the field and stuff, they didn't get done until like 7:45, and I had an 8 o'clock class. So I did try
Oh,
it one time, and then when I tried to go to class, it didn't work out.
got it,
And
got it, got it. So that has nothing to do with your self discipline or anything of that nature. It was just didn't work out from a timing perspective because you had
yeah,
that 8 o'clock class, and I'm pretty sure I hope you ain't picked no 8 o'clock class that was math or something that requires you to be up and running. What was the 8 o'clock class?
it was a reading class.
Oh, okay. Even yeah, that's up there with math too as well, man. Let me
It
ask
was
you
my
this.
literature class.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't hard though, but like I still couldn't do it though because that was a class I had to go in, and I was writing papers for the class.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm be honest with you, man. When I first went to school, I wasn't ready for the rigor, And I used to have to go back and get a dictionary, different things of that nature. When my teacher talking, I didn't know how to take notes, all that kind of stuff. So the stuff that I used to teach out in the classroom as it relates to taking notes or just giving open book tests, I used to purposely give open book tests. So if y'all ain't read the text, you ain't gonna know what the answer is at. You know what I mean? So y'all used to be funny with that. But then some of y'all was really good with it because if you pick my pattern up, you can pick like, oh, he probably skipped 5 pages from here. He picked 4 pages there. Like when I tell you y'all guys was supremely intelligent, especially you, Keyshawn, and Justin, man. You guys are like, I was sad when Justin transferred. I ain't even gonna lie, man. But I understood that he had a basketball skill set and he felt the same way that you felt. He like, look, this program ain't going nowhere, different things like nature. I need to go and do this. And I'm pretty sure that did he want to come back at one point? I think he wanted to come back at one point.
Yeah, man, because he was the face of the school, man. You got
I
to
don't
give
know
it
about
to
all
him.
that. The face of the school.
In
Nah.
basketball? Who's
In
stopping him in
basketball,
basketball?
his year, it was man, he just hit me up too. We spoke a little bit. He had the hops, man. This dude he played wide receiver and he had the hops.
You talking about
Eddie Powell. Eddie
Eddie
Powell.
Powell?
Eddie Powell. You can't tell me, man. Him and the one dude who played quarterback, Jacob, Eddie Powell. It was some people that was the face of the school as it relates to not so much athleticism, but skill set, maturity, and had the grades to actually be eligible all the time.
You know
Justin,
what, Thomas?
you come on now. We
Let
gotta
me
talk. We
correct
gotta be
myself.
real. Go ahead.
Let me correct myself. You absolutely right. Eddie Powell was definitely the face of UCW when it came down to sports.
Anyone
But
from
when you,
anyone from the area either. He was from the west side. He was coming over dominating y'all, man.
but let me keep it 100 with you though. After
I'm
Eddie
listening.
Powell left, who was killing it? Who was dominating? Matter of fact, Thomas, my group beat Eddie Powell in his group for the money in the gym upstairs. Did we
I
not?
remember. I remember. I remember. It was another cat who came. Uh, man, I just spoke to Myers, man. I was checking up on him, man. He's still hooping right now. Dude from CGW, man. I can't think of his name.
Elijah?
Elijah. Yup, Elijah. Now you can't tell me Elijah ain't had game, man.
That bro, little bro supposed to be top notch at college right now. For
Well,
real,
you
for
know
real.
what? He wasn't y'all class. You're right. You're right. I'm trying to
Yeah, he
think.
was not class.
It was somebody else, man, who was nice like Justin, man. But Justin was a little bit.
Alex. You turn out Alex over here.
Yup, that's the cat, man. That cat, he was nice, but he kind of his game tapered off. It was a lot of, hey, look, we had a lot of talent at UCW, but you guys never had the grades. And if y'all would have had the grades, and after Asada left,
They got a little bit
administration,
more stricter.
yeah, administration became more like
Difficult.
yeah, man, it was hard, man. It was taking I felt like certain avenues was being taken away from you guys, but people don't see sports being y'all the way y'all communicate different things of that nature. I don't want to go into that, man, because a lot of people watch these videos and I ain't trying to make
Man,
people
that's
feel bad,
that's what
different things
really
of that
built.
nature.
Hey, nah, for real, Thomas. Like you say, you're not trying to go on that, but like I feel
Also,
like sports.
let's talk about it then. Go ahead.
I feel like sports really build a brotherhood for real though.
Yeah.
Cause like I ain't saying that like me and my homies that I'm hanging with the same. I mean, we all met each other through sports though, but believe it or not, sports played the really good part on why we so close up to this day.
Yeah,
Like if
I agree.
anybody stop in front of us and try to hoop, we're still hooping up to this day.
Really?
For real. Yeah.
Man, me, Hoskins,
Stop it.
Cordell,
Stop it.
Brooks,
Stop it.
and our five, we'll take anybody from the old school. We'll take I don't know. I'm trying to think who else was there, man. We'll take King. Matter of fact, ooh, King, Brooks, Cordell, Hoskins, and myself right now. We'll be in any of y'all, man, from the old UCW. Any of y'all. That's not
Hey,
including Mr. Davis. That's not including Torres. That's not including Mr. What was like Andrew? What was Andrew's last name, man? He was a counselor.
wait, who?
Tall dude. He was tall, dark skinned. He was kind of like the same complexion of Mr. Torres, Andrew, but I can't. His first name Andrew, but I can't think of his last name, man.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, but we'll take y'all, man. We might have to set that up. We have to set
Man,
that
that
up,
ain't
man.
gonna be. That's gonna be a breeze, man. Me and my team talk to each other every day. It ain't nothing to give away a location. We
Well,
all got our own car. We'll pull up.
you know what it is about y'all team? Everybody want to be superstars. Tell me I'm lying.
That was a good one. But nah, man, we already know who the superstar is, man. Shout out Justin Van.
Here we go. You about to say just glow. I already know you about to say it, man. Hey, look, man. We're trapped because I already know who you think. I already know who I think your five is gonna be. It's gonna be you, Justin, Keyshawn, and Adam. I don't know who your
Not
favorite
even.
player would be. Not even
Not even.
who?
You want me to name him?
Yeah, go ahead, name drop.
Justin at the one.
At the one. Oh, so y'all doing positions? Okay.
Justin at the one.
Uh-huh.
Nick at the two.
Ooh, I forgot about Nick. I forgot about Nick.
I'm at the three.
Okay.
We got we got who got to put at Jalen Love at the four, and we got Alex,
Oh man.
and of course I'm gonna put Alex on the team too. You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
anybody.
Hey, look, I'll tell you this. That lineup is nice from talent, but y'all are not about the ball, man. Jalen Love gonna shoot threes. He the biggest dude, and he gonna shoot threes. Alex, he gonna power. I'll never forget, man. His senior year, he got. Let me see who won a tip. I think Torin won a tip, tipped it to Eli. Eli bounced past the ball to Alex. We on the road, and when I tell you that dude shut that gym up, that was loud. He banged them. Whole gym just looking at all like. We like, yeah, we here. You know exactly how I am with my energy. Let's go. I think we end up. I don't know if we beat them or lost to them, man. But
No, y'all beat them. I remember that.
you
They
remember
they
that?
came to school happy. Alex dunked it.
Oh my God. Hey man, you gotta understand we was on the road and I never seen Alex like this because usually, y'all play good at home, man. On the road, y'all be scared. Y'all look like a deer in the headlights, man. But this game right here, it was something different. But that's the game Alex got ejected. And not only did he get ejected, he got kicked off the team as well after that. So that goes back to what I'm saying about y'all lineup. He a hothead, man. Y'all don't passing the ball, he ain't gonna be happy. And then you got Keyshawn. Well, you didn't even say Keyshawn. Nick, I don't know, 3 or 4 times up the down the court with Nick. Nick gonna be burnt out. Nick gonna be tired.
Nah, man, I don't think so.
And I'll argue from a skill set he was better than Justin.
Oh man, that's something that we got to talk about, Tommy.
We will just not on camera. Well, we can do it on camera, but I will argue that Nick was better than Justin. With the skill set,
And what? And dribbling?
the whole package. He could pass better.
Nah,
The only
man.
thing Justin may had on him is his height. Justin just had the height. I was just watching the game, and I'm gonna go back to it, man. Justin took over a game against
So I
Urban
mean,
Urban Prep. Urban Prep. I
Urban-
think that was his freshman year or sophomore year. And I was hey, shout out to my guy Mikael, man. Man, that was my guy, man. Everybody knew that was my dude, man. I put him.
that's your
I put
guy.
yeah, that was, man. I ain't even gonna front, man. Ain't no say I was. I did. That still is, man. I know y'all, all that kind of stuff. But shout out to Mikael. But the reason why I mentioned him is because Justin, down the stretch of that Urban Prep game, he had a big three. He had a dime to Mikael, and then he had like another 2 or 3 free throws to bring y'all back. So he had it. The lights was never too bright for him. It's just that Nick wasn't able to get on the court, man. And when I used to watch y'all as freshmen, I'm like, these dudes got in the game. And if y'all know anything about me, I got some footage on y'all. So anytime y'all get to talking, I upload that footage to Facebook. Like, yeah, them guys weren't like that their freshman year. They kind of develop into like how y'all is now. Because I remember at one point, man, I'll call you the back gym legend, man. You was doing your thing in the gym upstairs, the old school at UCW, man. But I know we went down that rabbit hole about sports. I kind of want to go back to that football. So that the football there, you didn't get a chance to really and take your game to that next level. And I'm pretty sure you would have been able to excel at a very high level in football, man. Um, I'm kind of wondering because you said you're going back, but a part of you saying I don't know if I'm gonna go back. I may go grab a skill first. So what changed between 18 and 21 as it relates to your views toward college?
When I went to college, like for real, I just saw that like you just go there, the professor give you the work, they talk to you in class. They don't really hear you out for real unless you email them. You can't really get your point across through an email. Then I was like, what's the point in paying all that money for that when I could just go to a trade school and do the same thing and get a better and make more money and it's quicker and
Yeah,
faster.
yeah,
So I mean I did apply for like coin like last year
yeah.
or the year before that. I was supposed to went and met with them in a meeting, but I was working. I was letting work get the best of me. But
Oh, whoa, hold on. You ain't said that. So you was working and going to school?
yeah,
Oh man, how was you able to balance going to work and going to school, man?
when I was doing, I mean, I was just like, I don't know, like sometimes I was telling my manager like I have to go to class so I can come in, and she was understanding, so she was putting me in like to go in later when I got out of class and stuff like that.
So you did have people that was surrounded around you who understood what you were trying to do, like the big picture. And then you just had
Yeah,
some individuals, some course instructors was like, you know what, that's an excuse. I don't want to hear it. I'm giving you this C, or I'm gonna fail you, or whatever it may be. So you had those types of teachers. And then that's what fostered that feeling of, you know what, let me start thinking about a trade, and then a trade itself will give me a specific skill set where I'll always be able to go make money. And then if I want to go back to college, I could always go back to college, but I got a specific skill where I can actually just always make money, no matter if it's barber school, being an electrician, being a plumber, being, whatever it may be, a welder, but the reason why I point that out and I want to outline it is because I'm gonna require my kids before they go to college, they're gonna have to go get a trade first, and I'll pay for the 2 years for you to get a trade. But the college thing, I don't want to be one of those parents to tell you make a life decision at 17 to 18 years old, say pick your career, and you go to school for 4 to 5 years and just waste my money, and then you end up majoring in something. That's why actually what made you major in engineering, you end up majoring in a career that you don't even like, and then you end up getting out of college with all that debt. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
not so much the debt, for myself, but I know this sounds horrible, man. I'm not about to be taking loans out for my kids to go go kick it. They be responsible for all that debt. But
Absolutely, that's how I felt for real. But like I said, Central State not no school where you just go down there and party all the time. For real though.
yeah, you gotta
But
have
you just
self-discipline.
maintain yourself.
Yeah. So
Like
so
when I went down there, I didn't participate. Like they got a stuff that's called, I mean, for the freshmen, right? Freshman towards week or something like that, where you meet everybody. I participate in the first week. Then after that, you ain't see me at no more parties. I didn't
really?
even go out for home. No, I didn't even go out for homecoming. Like for homecoming, I stayed in my room and played the game.
Hmm. What
Everybody,
made you just be isolated? Was it just because one thing about Central State is a lot of people from Chicago come down there, but what I noticed is that when y'all come from Chicago, y'all all cool, like y'all all become one. So tell me a little bit about that. And when I say that, meaning everybody come from different hoods, different things of that nature, but it's something about being out of town and someone that is from your town, like y'all come together collectively. So was it anybody that I know you personally weren't beefing with people, but did you know people who had reputations back in Chicago who came to Central and kind of changed things up or different things of that nature? You ain't got a
yeah.
name drop.
When I went down there to Central State, it was some GDs down there, and then they was trying to get on. Well, they was trying to call themselves trying to. Well, they actually did fight. This dude, but it was just like a 1-on-1 from like the hood. Other than that, like say like a Cleveland versus Chicago fight was to happen, Chicago definitely rocking out with each other for sure, for sure. They
Yeah,
don't care about
absolutely.
that stuff that's going on in Chicago. But what but ain't nothing really changed for real, for real. Like all I saw was that one little fight there. I saw
Hmm.
another fight with Detroit versus Chicago, and I saw Chicago fighting, helping each other. Like it was a Chicago fight. It was Chicago versus Cleveland. Some
Yeah,
Cleveland look guys was trying to fight some Chicago guys, and Chicago was hooping. Like you know that little quarterback foundation one.
yeah.
The whole Chicago was hooping right there, and Cleveland came over there talking stuff. And even though Chicago had their little separate, they little thing going on, they still beat the stuff out of Cleveland. I can't say what I want to say.
Hey man, chill out, man. Shout out to everybody back in Ohio, man. Chill out, man. But the reason why I say that is because and it's not glorifying the negativity, but what I noticed is that that's what anybody, like being from Youngstown or being from Toledo or being from anywhere from Northeast Ohio. When we went to school together, it kind of like just happened that you kind of navigate to people that you know and understand, and people who understand you. But the Chicago individuals, back when I was there, Chicago individuals, um, who else? Jersey, Detroit. Back then, that's when the hurricane hit, and you had a lot of people who was displaced from the hurricane, and all that, who came to Central as well, Louisiana people and all that, man. But the reason why I mention that, man, like people tend to come together, and I'm wondering, what made you stay isolated? Was it just the energy people was giving off? Because a lot of people don't know how to be students, you know what I mean? And one thing about Central State is it gives everybody opportunities to come to that university and give people opportunity. And people don't understand why HBCUs exist for us. That goes back to what I said initially, but tell me a little bit about that.
All right, when I went down to the state, I didn't have my homies down there with me, for real, for real. All my
Okay,
homies in Alabama A&M.
got
So
it.
I went down there. I basically had to find a whole new crew, like for real, for real. So when I went down there, I went down there. Like I said, I participated in the first week to see what kind of people was down there, see who I was hanging around. But I had a cousin that was already down there,
Hmm.
named Duro,
Hmm.
known as DJ.
Hmm.
And he had a group of homies, and they some famous. Well, one of his homies is a famous rapper now, and we was all calling each other cousins. We
Hmm.
stood behind it like up until this day. If anything happened, that's still my cousin. But
Absolutely.
his homie is SBG Chemo. On, I mean, do you know who that is? The dude that made Heavy Steppers.
Nah. How it go? How the song go?
These ain't no old hunters cause they new and they blue. And I
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
stepping in no club. Yeah. That was his best friend. And like being that was my cousin, he was calling me cousin too. So like we all was cousins
Ah,
down there. Up until the day we still follow each other on Instagram and etc. But um
absolutely,
we still keep in
absolutely.
contact with each other. But that was like my crew when I went down there. So when I went down there, I was hanging with them a lot. And they was
Right.
going to the studio and stuff. And I like stuff like that. So I was doing stuff like that. But if I wasn't with them, I wasn't with nobody else because I was basically staying to myself because like I said, it's about trust. And I ain't really trust nobody because I ain't know nobody down there. For real.
Exactly. Great call out. Great call out. That's why you said, hey man, going into different teachers' room. If I ain't trust them, I would definitely ask, can I leave before things get worse. You know what I mean? He was a big cat. So I don't want to talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about it, man. I'll never forget this. You was the heartbreak king, man. All right. So you was breaking these women heart, man. Well, I don't want to say women at the time, little girls at the time, man. You was breaking them chicks' hearts, man. And y'all, everybody know me, man. I don't break up fights. You fight, you gonna be fighting for a long time, man. Cause I ain't they don't pay me enough for that, man. I called myself coming in the hallway, man. And when I came in the hallway, man, I seen Tayveon little sister fighting, man. And y'all, man, I tried to break up my first fight, and when I tell you it didn't end well, it didn't end well, man. I think she whacked me across the head with a belt, man. I stuck with a belt buckle, man. She took off her things, man. She took off her belt, and right when I was about to break it up, man, I got the bad end of that. Not only did I get the bad end of that, she threw a good night right, and I'm connected with me, man. And when I tell you, I said this little girl could punch her butt off. You laughing, man? Because I know you remember. You remember?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, at the old UCW, man. But the reason why I mention that is because I watched Tavion. If he cared about anybody, if you part of his circle, he will go over and beyond for you. And the cat blacked out. And with him being so big and everything, man, look, I'm not about to go try to break anything up, man. Shout out to the security, man. Shout out to Book. Shout out to I'm serious, man. Them cats had their hands full, man. Who else was there? It was Book,
Book Mac, it was Tay,
Matt. Yeah,
Book
yeah,
Mac
man.
Tay.
Yeah, man. But shout out to the security guard. Hey, them cats funny, man. Those was my guys too, man. Them guys was
Them
funny.
still my guys up to this day.
Yeah, they funny, man. I definitely got to get several interviews with them as well, man. Both Dames. It was two Dames at the University of Chicago Charter School
Yeah,
doing
they'll
security.
definitely do an interview for real, for real, for real.
Yeah. So I don't know if people are gonna get value from this. And the reason why I mentioned that is because we was all over the place. We talk about sports primarily, but if you are, a fan of sports and different things of that nature, and you are using that as your ticket out the hood, I would definitely encourage you to have a conversation with Tayveon around using that vehicle and just having the mindset of surrounding yourself around people who can actually help you or help you get to that next level. Now, as it relates to your finances right now, I know you're doing your thing. I know you got your own car, you got your own house, you got your own, cell phone in your name. I know that stuff ain't big for a lot of people, but he is doing some amazing thing as being independent. Now, I know you working right now. What are you thinking about doing as it relates to? Because I know you touched on the college thing, but you also touched on going to grab a trade right now. Tell us a little bit about your short term goals and a little bit of that, a little bit of that as it relates to your short term and long term goals.
I plan on, well, long term goals. I plan on seeing myself 10 years from now. I plan on seeing myself living somewhere nice like California. I plan on seeing myself like some big engineer type person. Even if I'm engineering in music
Yeah.
or if I'm engineering on like building stuff, I
Hmm.
just see myself in some type of kind of field of engineering. And,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we ain't touch on that engineering piece. Do you engineer your team's music? I know you're part of a music group. You're not technically a rapper or anything of that nature, but just because everyone raps in a group, like you're a part of that, going back to what you said earlier as it relates to your team. Of your team, who all rap and who do the engineering, who do the recording? Tell me a little bit about the team in general.
Now, when I was growing up, like, don't get me wrong, I know how to do the engineering stuff. I've seen like my little brother and my pops, they was doing the stuff because my pops he used to record my uncles in the studio, and I
Okay.
used to sit right there and watch him do the stuff. So don't get me wrong, I know how to do the stuff. But all my homies, they go to the studio and we pitch in like anything we could pitch in to help them go to the studio.
Yeah.
But with my little brother, if me and him sitting in the house or something and he bored, me and him will hop on the stuff and I help him record his music and we'll both tune it up type stuff. So
Really?
that's what I mean by engineering. So like only person that I'm really focused on right now is my little brother. His name is 773 Glow. He just dropped a new video. It's called K Remix. But yeah, other than him, all my homies go to the studio, but like me and him, we basically was living with each other. So like that's how I had more time to spend with him type stuff. And like if
Oh.
engineering was to come, I'll probably be his engineer of anything, which I'm really basically is right now.
So let me ask you this: if and you just made me think of something. Excuse me. You had game as it relates to basketball, and he definitely had game, and he had a little bit more height than you. And I would say that he could probably finish at the basket a little bit better than you as well.
Yeah,
Um,
he can. He could dunk.
well, absolutely. All that good stuff. You know what I mean? But what made him divvy from sports? Because I know when I left UCW, he was. I wish I'm trying to think, man. Yeah, the year I left, he was actually a freshman that year, so I didn't get a chance to actually, have him be a part of my team or different things of that nature. But tell me a little bit why. I know you don't know the answer to that, as it relates to him not going there. But why didn't you say, hey man, play basketball, different things of that nature? What made you tell him follow his passion in music?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My little brother got his own mind. That's something.
Ah,
That's something. That's something about him that nobody get. That like he got his own mind. Like yeah, everybody want him to hoop because he's 6'4" and he's 200 pounds solid. Everybody want him to hoop. Everybody want him to go play AAU. Everybody want him to dunk on people and stuff. But he rather rap because of that's a talent that he got and
yeah,
at his age, nobody doing the stuff he's doing at his age. He only 17, and man is getting shout outs by a lot of people.
absolutely, absolutely. He doing his thing, man. Good music, man. I told you, well, offline, man, when we spoke, I was telling you, seeing you in the videos and seeing everybody in the videos doing their thing. The only thing I was confused about, I was want to make sure that y'all cats ain't had no ops as y'all. I'm for real, man. I'm for real. I'll be worried
Nah,
about
we
y'all,
good,
man.
man. Nah, man, but like a little bit more on why he don't hoop either, because I mean, why I don't push him to hoop or to play sports is because of he got his own man. Like, don't get me wrong, I tried to push my little brother to play football because of his height, because of the coach was calling me like, Why you ain't telling me you got a brother that this tall? Come on, we need him on the field. I tried to push him to play football. Didn't work at all. Man, him got into a real argument about that.
Got it.
Didn't work at all. Then
Got it.
the basketball, he tried to play basketball. He was actually, like some people would say, he's actually good at basketball.
Oh my. Oh my. And this is when I just was doing conditioning before I left. And let's just say this. If anybody came to any of our games, when I became a coach, like students really like played hard for me, man. I hate to lose. And if anybody know I'm very competitive. Even when I used to go to in the gym, being older than them, I used to play, we used to shoot around. We used to play one-on-ones. I'll tell you, I don't think you never beat me ever, man, one-on-one.
Stop it. I beat you.
Stop it, man.
Your shoulder was messed up.
You ain't never beat me. Was you playing all jumpers then? Because I know I would beat you
Yeah.
all jumpers because you can't shoot.
Yeah. We was playing all jumpers.
With that being said, during trials, I used to have not so much trials. I used to have early morning sessions, and I used to only invite certain students. But when I tell you, man, this guy, being a freshman, his basketball IQ and him being able to compete at a high level, like he was nice, man. So that's why I was wondering, why he taper off different things on nature. Because when I first seen him doing music, I was like, dude, this dude got a talent. But then I started thinking about the sports aspect. I said, how is he balancing this academics and sports? Because that's a lot. That's a lot at a young age. And y'all knowing how y'all get down as it relates to y'all taking care of y'all families and different things of that nature. I know that meant a lot. But overall, man, I I commend you, man. You're doing amazing things, man. I get a lot of calls from some of my students, and then they check in every now and then. You're doing your thing. Some of them I worry about. I'm not gonna name drop, but you're doing some amazing things, man. One thing I would say as it relates to your long-term goals is I will encourage you to reach out to Asada. Reach out to Asada more. Let her know that you still want to continue your engineering journey, different things of that nature. She has a very good network. She can get you involved. I don't know if you remember Tevin. You remember Tevin? I forgot Tevin's
Yes.
last name, man. But
That
Tevin,
was her nephew.
yeah, he's doing amazing things in that avenue as well. So him, Asada, I will encourage you to reach out to him and leverage your network, man. Don't be afraid to say I need somebody, man, because I know you got a lot of pride. And I've been asking you all in interview, like, what we gonna do? But I'm gonna stay to myself, Thomas. Just get this money, stay with my team. You know how you be, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just see myself. I just want to get a lot of money one day, Tom.
Oh, you will, man, because your work ethics and what your mind is focused on. Anything your mind is set to, it will happen. What you just need right now is the avenues or the vehicles to get there, and you need the education behind it. And now, I don't recommend college, for everybody. College for you, I don't think you should do college, man. And we'll talk about it offline. And it's just because I know you and what you're involved in right now. I just think that you can take your money and invest it in different avenues right now as it relates to, starting stock portfolios, starting, an online e-commerce business or something of that nature, or take it and start investing in real estate, all that kind of good stuff, man. Because I know you're about to buy a house next. Got A1 credit still, right?
Yeah, I got good, fantastic credit.
I already know. So yeah, we got to get to that next level, man. But I appreciate you, coming on here today. If people want to reach out to you and just pick your brain on different things of that nature, what avenues can they reach you? Can they, do you have a LinkedIn account? Is it Facebook? Is it Snapchat, Instagram? And I know you got some crazy names, man. What is it?
Now
OG five nine
I
two.
got a Facebook page. My Facebook page is called Tayveon Young. It's my real name for real.
Okay.
And then my Instagram name is Tadoe.Savage. But that's about it. Other than that, I don't really be on nothing else for real. I don't be on Instagram for real. I just be on Instagram trolling. So if
All
y'all
right.
DM me, I'm gonna see it in like an hour or two later.
For the people who play that game, what's your gamer tag on that video game?
Oh, Tadoe 11, Taydoe 11. Add me on Xbox, PlayStation, any system.
There you go,
Same
man.
username. PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox Series S, X, or Xbox One.
There you go. You act like
Same
you
name.
nice or something, man.
Tommy, you can see me.
You already know, man. You already know what's going on. What's that IG? Spell that out for me.
Taydoe dot SAVAGE.
Got it.
Hey,
Got it.
hey Thomas, I hope you
Yep.
got these.
You already know I got some headphones. I'm gonna talk cash money. You know I talk a lot of stuff. You know that. You know that for sure. So Facebook, IG, um, got your gamer tag, and the reason why I say gamer tag is for the people who, you know, this one here, a lot of people your age is gonna watch it, different things of that nature, and of course, you build relationships and network with people who play video games because you ain't nice. Well, you nice to other people, but with me, you gonna get this work. So with that being said, I certainly appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time. Before I go, any last thing you want to tell anybody who's watching this video, different things of that nature, furthermore, as encouragement or anything of that nature, just to inspire someone?
Nah, just stay focused. And anything you want to do, put your mind to it. You can do it. Strive for greatness.
Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate that. If you want to reach out to them, again, we'll have those avenues posted in the description. In the meantime, I will most likely see y'all up on the next upload. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here.